Okay, Andre, first of all, pickleball. Tell me how this, I'm going to call it an obsession for you, started. Now, I know tennis, we can talk that in a minute, but how pickleball?
Well, it's a great outlet, and I think with this all happened during COVID, really led to an explosion. That's when we picked it up. We're like, what are we going to go do? What are we going to spend? We're going to spend some time. So we started playing a little bit, and everybody was having fun. But now it's just an outlet where my body doesn't hurt in the wrong places, and so it's just great to be out here. I mean, and do it with your wife. I mean, even better.
Steffi's jumped on board, and you got a win here.
Yeah, we did. It was tough going, I tell you though, because every condition is different, and we don't have the same seat time as we did in tennis to make those little adjustments. The court bounces lower. You have some visuals. You have some lights. You have some hoopla, some pressure. Tennis, there was always the outlet, to sort of express your energy, and here you got to contain it. Kind of hard.
There's some people in the tennis world, Andre, you may know a few of them, that look at pickleball and go, wait a minute, that's not a real sport, is it? It is.
So I'm honest with tennis players and pickleball players, right? I tell the pickle world, tennis is the greatest racket game in the world. It's the Everest. You can go anywhere if you play tennis, and it can translate on some level, and you can get better quickly. Then I tell tennis players, like relax a little bit, like what are you trying to protect here? They're two entirely different worlds, and it's so great that this adds to people's lives. And so I don't look at it as threatening, and any tennis player that does, I just think hasn't either thought through it or they're threatened in ways that they probably shouldn't be.
What are the kids playing more, tennis or pickleball?
Pickleball, actually. They're not like playing, right? So they each have their interests and are engaged in their own lives. But if they were to pick up a tennis racket, it's just hard to match it up like you can in pickle. So it's easier to pick up your paddle and put it in your suitcase and go play if there's a game.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about tennis. You and I, over the years, watched your career, Stratton Mountain, when you got to the quarterfinals in '86, I think, way back. Think about that. And then Wimbledon in '92. Sure. Throughout your career, what stands out the most of all the Grand Slams that you've won and what you've done in the world of tennis?
Ron, what really stands out for me has been the entire journey of it. I mean, going to number one in the world, falling to the depths of 141 in the world, really not knowing if I'll ever play again at the age of 27, and then finding a way to climb back to the top again. But if you pick one moment on a court, it would have to be the last of the 4 Grand Slams, what I won in Paris in '99.
Oh, wow, okay. No, Paris in '99.
Wimbledon
Wimbledon '92 wasn't bad.
Well, listen, if I didn't win Wimbledon in '92, Paris in '99 would have meant less because it wouldn't have been all 4, right? So every one has its history in the game, its pillar in the game. And the French eluded me, and it was the last one. And then when you have like all of them, there was some feeling about not having regret in between those lines anymore. And I came back from 2 sets to love, and there was just a lot of drama around it. So at the end of the day, that one stands out the most.
Finally, the state of U.S. tennis today, without that great USA rivalry that you and Sampras had, the McEnroe O'Connors had, you can go way back. It's in a rough stretch. Would you say right now? What brings it back?
Well, listen, Federer and Nadal have helped bring it back by just retiring, right? Just them retiring gives players more of a chance. So you have one of the greatest generations, if not the greatest ever, right, with Nadal, Fed, and Novak. So that left very little room for the others. But we got 5 guys in the top, 20 in the world. We got a couple in the top 10. We have a couple that can, got to the finals, semis, and finals of the U.S. Open. And we have a couple that could really sneak through and play great for 2 weeks and win in a slam. But Americans were, we came off some generations of being spoiled. Tennis is a global sport, and we'll get our chance again.
Okay, perfect. Let's see this paddle. This is not a racket. This paddle.
No, this is my collaboration with Yola. Absolutely, Agassi, powered by Yola, baby. This thing's a beast. It's a weapon. It's an assassin.
Thanks for joining us, Andre. Appreciate it. It's an assassin.
So good to see you.
Good to see you too. Okay, Steffi, first of all, give me your thoughts. Pickleball, how's this working out for you? It seems like you're having fun.
I do. I mean, when do you get a chance to play in front of a crowd like this? I'm retired long time ago from tennis, doing it in a different sport, learning something, challenging myself, and then doing it with my husband. And today, basically in our hometown, so that's been really thrilled.
Did you get Andre into pickleball, or did he get you into it, or was it a mutual?
You know what? We both actually got into it with our kids, over COVID, and then enjoyed it and stayed with it, and then started playing with friends, and and then was more recreational, but then suddenly there was a competitive element to it, and that was kind of a little different.
Tell me about Las Vegas. You living here in Las Vegas now. for years now. You're local, so it's
25
not
years.
25 years. So your thoughts on living in Las Vegas and getting comfortable here in this city?
You know what's been real easy. I was actually surprised what an easy transition has been. You know, growing up in Germany, and we were able to bring a lot of the family, my side, to Vegas, and Andre has all his side. So to see the kids kind of grow up all together with the cousins and with family, that's been the most important thing for us. And the community has been so great, seeing what Andre's done, you know, with his foundation, and it's just the people that come really together here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, from tennis to pickleball. Talk to Andre a little bit about that transition for you.
Yeah.
The transition is real and you're doing it. The racket's a little bit smaller, but but the game is similar, would you say?
There's similarities and differences. So obviously the athleticism from tennis really helps me in pickleball. Obviously I have a natural, hand-eye coordination with a racket or something in my hands. But the game at the kitchen line is what's really different. I've never, had to dink in my life. So that was something really new that I had to learn.
Where do you go from here? There's this. You continue to do these events and continue to build pickleball up.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, I'm playing tournaments on the PPA Tour, so I'm playing professional tournaments, and the real pros, like these guys are scrubs compared to those guys. The real pros are so good, and so I've had a tough learning curve. I started out a little rough, losing my first couple matches, but I've improved a lot, and I just want to keep getting better.
Can you make money at this pickleball at this level right now? Do you think, or is it just building?
Oh, for sure. I mean, a lot of the tennis players who've come over, have good opportunities in the pickleball world. Pickleball world, I think, really appreciates players coming from tennis, and so that's a good opportunity. And I think for the regular players as well, it'll keep improving.
Perfect. Thank you. Welcome to Vegas.